Today I'd like to present to you my 2000 model, actually model year 2001, Porsche 996 Twin Turbo. This is a car with a well-documented history, originally delivered by Porsche Cars Melbourne in Australia. I spent quite some time looking for the right 911 Turbo, and I think I found it, so here it is. What I was looking for was the combination of original condition and appearance, the coupe body and the 6-speed manual gearbox. As you'd know, this is the desirable and collectible combination. I also preferred a colour that wasn't the usual silver, grey or black. So this is the original colour, Orient Red, which I think looks stunning. Yes, it has been repainted several years ago, and as you can see, they've done an excellent job. So apart from the aftermarket stereo, this car inside and out looks standard, which is what I wanted. I was originally looking for a lower mileage standard car, but what impressed me most about this car was the time and effort spent on it over a 5-year period, quite recently, by one of the recent owners. The engine and gearbox were disassembled and rebuilt completely in 2016. This work was done by Autohaus Hamilton, which is a respected Porsche workshop here in Sydney. So the whole motor, drivetrain and suspension is effectively less than 25,000 kilometres old. This really impressed me when I drove the car. It's really evident when you drive or ride in this car. It's very tight and it drives like a much younger car, certainly not like a 20-year-old collectible. So what did Hamilton's do? Well, some of the higher spec factory components, for example, it's had GT2 RS intercoolers fitted, GT3 RS clutch, stronger quan rods to handle the extra torque. It has larger injectors, rebuilt K16 turbos, up-spec wastegates, additional fuel pump, a custom intake plenum, and it's dyno tuned for more boost than standard. Suspension as well, with new Bilstein adjustable shock absorbers. This work is all documented and was done over a lengthy period in 2015-2016. The owner spent over $100,000 ensuring this turbo was perfect for his needs. But what's definitely not standard is the incredible performance of this car. The car idles smoothly and pulls very strongly from any revs. The one thing I'd caution you about is if you're going to squeeze the throttle down hard, if you have a passenger on board, you should warn them first. A standard 996 twin turbo makes around 415 horsepower or 309 kilowatts at the flywheel. The dyno sheets for this car shows 666 flywheel horsepower, that's around 500 kilowatts, and almost 800 newton meters of torque at a relatively low 4,700 RPM. Then that's considerably up from the standard torque. Even people who are used to powerful V8s can find this car to be quite alarming from the passenger seat as the boost comes in. Combined with the all-wheel drive system, the acceleration without wheel spin is phenomenal, even on a damp road. The car is set up quite compliant for road use, and the ride is supple and quite comfortable, surprisingly so. The ride on rough surfaces or even on poor roads is still very good. This is not a track car. Nowadays the car is taken on the occasional spirited country drive when the weather's dry. It does around 5,000 kilometres per year. The Michelin Pilot tyres are brilliant. So what I didn't like so much when I first bought the car was the exhaust drone on the freeway. So I swapped the expensive Fab Speed exhaust for a quieter car graphic stainless steel system, which has made the car cruise a lot more quietly and it's made it into a much better Grand Tourer. It still sounds magnificent from those quad exhaust tips, but the character of the car has been tamed just a little. It's still bonkers, but it's no longer totally feral. Inside you have a few luxuries that weren't available 20 years ago, an up-spec system with Bluetooth, GPS navigation, reversing camera. Of course this was Porsche's flagship model, so it was very well appointed as standard. With leather, cruise control, climate control, trip computers, immobiliser, ABS, airbags, memory seating, everything you'd expect in the modern era, and everything works. As you would know, All well-kept 911 turbos are valuable and increasing in value. The earlier 930 and 993 air-cooled cars are attracting crazy prices now, and the later model 997 and 991 are still very expensive. I think the 996 turbo is in the sweet spot. If you want to invest in a classic Porsche turbo, but still want a car that you can drive and enjoy with all the modern mod cons, this could be the one. Thank you for watching my video. I have to say I enjoyed making it.